Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie, and I am a mom to two little boys, Owen, who just turned 3, and Wyatt, who is just about to be 5 months old. My husband Josh and I bought our 1904 farmhouse on 13 acres back in 2017. We tore out the kitchen a couple years later and had it mostly finished by 2020, just before our first son was born. So today, while I get some painting done in here, I'd like to show you what my plans are for the kitchen, what we've done already, and I also need to prepare a special meal for the big game. There are only 2 small walls that need to be painted and some trim in this kitchen. All of the shiplap that we put up is primed, but being so close to our trash can and the coffee machine, it does get stained pretty easily. So I have these 2 chicken feeders is what they're called, that hold my produce. You can see that it just gets scratched up. So there are some tasks I need to tackle before I start painting. I did test out some colors, as you can see. So I'm gonna get everything removed and then patch some holes, clean up the walls, and get started. So based on what we found in the basement, we found some interior design catalogs, and what we were told, this house was updated in the 1950s or 60s, and our kitchen was actually a porch at one point. The previous owners added a dishwasher, updated the appliances, and added flooring and a backsplash. I believe they also opened up the kitchen and created an island. I found some old pictures, and it did look like the kitchen was closed off at one point. So when we bought the house, it did look like this, but I knew we could add a little bit of money to make it more my style. So we painted the bottom cabinets, added some trim on them and some hardware. We added the subway tile backsplash and removed all the upper cabinets. It wasn't until 2019 where we fully gutted the kitchen, updated some plumbing, got new windows, new cabinetry, new countertops, and removed the floor that the previous owners put in to expose the original hardwoods. Super happy with this color. It adds just a touch of warmth, being the grayish color that it is. This is called Agreeable Gray by Sherwin-Williams. I did paint the window trim too, just to see if I liked it. I am gonna paint it. white when I take out the trim color. The sliding door to our laundry room and powder room is typically open, so it covers this unorganized pantry that we have here. My plan is to add a cabinet for the base, add a countertop. I may put some canisters there and then add some nice wood shelves. But in the back, behind the shelves, I'm going to be adding some wallpaper. So this will just add some more warmth and interest to our kitchen, and I am so excited for it to look nice when the laundry room door is shut. Now that the walls are dry, I'm just going to get things put back so I can get started on our meals for tomorrow. For the big game, I will be making smoked jalapeno poppers, onion dip with potato chips, smoked barbecue ribs, semi-homemade baked beans, and potato salad. first thing I'm going to get started on are the jalapeno poppers. I simply cut them in half, de-seed them, add some cream cheese, some shredded cheddar, and wrap them in bacon. Tomorrow I will put these in the smoker for about 2 hours, and then I will finish them off in the oven to make sure the bacon gets nice and crispy. Next, I get the onion dip mixed up. If you watched my last video, I had made some seasoning blends and one of them was onion soup mix. And so I used some of that and mixed it with sour cream, and it tastes so close, if not the same as the one we all love from the grocery store. There are so many different potato salad recipes, but this is one that my family has been making for years. So I start by cutting up some radishes, green onions, sweet pickles, and then I add some cooked potatoes and hard-boiled egg. I will add some mayo, a tiny bit of mustard, salt, pepper, and some of the juice from the sweet pickles, and this is so good. It is definitely a family favorite. So now I'm taking the pork ribs out of the packaging. These are great because they come pre-seasoned. I got them buy one, get one free at my local Fred Meyer, which is Kroger if you don't have Fred Meyer. So yeah, we smoked these for about 4 to 5 hours. After 3 hours, we took them out and wrapped them in foil with some barbecue sauce and some apple juice, and they turned out perfect. Lastly, I am getting started on the semi-homemade baked beans. I cut up a full onion, and I already had bell pepper that was cut up and frozen from my garden. So I add this to a pan with some reserved bacon fat from bacon I made for breakfast this morning. And I sauteed it all together, added some spices, and then the 2 cans of baked beans. also added a couple chili peppers from my garden that I just had frozen whole. I typically would bake these baked beans in the oven, but I wasn't sure what time everything was going to get done, so I did put these all in the crock pot. I will link the recipe below in the description box. Thank you so much for spending a couple days in the kitchen with me. If you're new and you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.